Where did it go? All right. Hang on just a minute, guys. There we go. Okay. Proving with great degree of certainty that you don't have to be real competent on the computer to do this business. Fiddling around trying to figure out where stuff is. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. This is Robert Burns, and always important to start off with the risk disclaimer. All information that we're sharing is for training and education purposes, and nothing or no one on this call is offering investment advice or financial advice. If you need advice, seek a professional financial advisor. Sharing is only personal opinion and observations for informational and is being presented for documentary purposes. This information may represent exceptional, not typical results. Members have the option to receive commissions. Your results could be different. Profit amounts cannot be guaranteed. There is a high level of risk involved when trading leveraged products such as Forex, CFDs, and so forth. It is possible that you may lose the entire amount of your account balance. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Underscore this phrase: only trade with money you can afford to lose. Don't use the rent money. Don't use the grocery money. You know, that's not prudent. If you have the latitude to put money in and, you know, God forbid something bad happened, you wouldn't be in bad shape. You should not trade or invest unless you fully understand the true extent of your exposure to the risk of loss, and copy trading services imply additional risk to your investment due to the nature of such products. If the risks involved seem unclear to you, please seek a qualified financial professional advisor for independent advice. This option is not available to people in certain countries for legal or religious reasons. If necessary, ask your sponsor for a list of excluded countries. Never risk funds you are not willing to lose. And always look to withdraw your initial risk capital as soon as it is earned. So anything after that received is pure profit. And that's really ideal if you want to minimize risk completely. Take your profits out as you earn them. When you have recovered the amount of your seed money, your initial investment, your initial risk capital, you're in good shape. You really have reduced the risk other than just the time invested in the whole process. So for those that don't know me, my name is Robert Burns. I'm here in the Seattle, Washington area of the USA. And my family, Anna, my wife, and our kids, Alexandra and Robbie, are both flown the nest. We're empty nesters. For fun stuff, I'm into fly fishing and bass guitar, electric bass. And professionally, have a background in Forex, a long background, really long. It sounds much more impressive than it is because it was kind of on and off. But over the last couple of years, I've gotten much more serious about my Forex trading, learning to trade myself, and also using services like this one we'll show you today for copy trading. Also really into real estate, love real estate, and crypto, same thing. Been involved in real estate since my hair was a different color. Internet marketing and team building, that's something else I've done for that same period of time as real estate. I've engaged in that for a long period of time. What we'll go over today is I want to show you the credibility and maturity of the broker. You'll see transparency with the traders, and I'll show you how you can make money. It's optional. You don't have to do this part, but if you choose to, you can, which is to make money offering this to others. And that's something that's pretty exciting. Then we'll take a quick break and we'll get into questions, any questions and so forth, questions and answers. And then part two will be how to enroll. For that part, if you like what you see and you're not already enrolled, then you would need to get together with the person that invited you here and get their link in order to enroll. So that might be something you do with Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever, or text, get their link in advance, because if you do and you like what you see, you'll be ready to roll. So with that, off we go. This is the company we're going to take a look at today, and the significance of having a good broker in this space is high. It's very, very important to have a good broker. This broker has been around actually 14 years. Their site needs to be updated. It says 12. They've actually been around 14 years. Look at the number of clients, 4.5 million in 169 countries, really good reviews, best mobile trading app, most trusted broker, global. They're winning a lot of accolades. And the reason that they are is they're a good broker. success leaves clues. And these are some of the clues about this broker. Depending on where you are in the world and what country you're in, you may or may not have crypto. The EU seems to have crypto. Our friends in the UK don't have crypto as a deposit and withdrawal method, although that may change. The EU just got it maybe a week and a half ago, which of course, though, our account with my daughter, who's a dual citizen, a Romanian citizen and US citizen, which explains why I'm here, because we have the latitude to do that with her citizenship. As a US citizen, I would not be able to play if it were just me. So also, this company is very well regulated. The FSC is based in the country of Belize, in the just south of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. It's a very common spot for financial companies. And this company also, RoboForex, participates in something called the Financial Commission. And it's an international organization. And basically the bottom line with it is if you get into a dispute with the broker and it becomes clear that you are correct and the broker wasn't, you're covered up to $20,000, 20,000 euros. So that's something else that gives you a little bit of peace of mind that in the event there is a dispute with a broker, something happens that you don't think is right and you prevail, you're covered. And that's an independent organization, not RoboForex's. It's sort of like a transaction insurance, for lack of a better term. Here are some of the withdrawal and deposit methods, Visa and MasterCard. Once you set your account up with RoboForex, you put your card in, you do a little 10-cent deposit, and then once it has retrieved that money, your card is ready to go. We did this the other day with an account from Wise. We did the establishing the verification using that 10-cent method. And then we did a withdrawal, just a test withdrawal to see how it worked. And it can take as long as 3 or 4 hours, in some cases, maybe even a day. In our case, I was delighted. It took seconds. I mean, literally under a minute, the money was there. So that was very encouraging. These are the instruments that are available as far as the primary instruments from RoboForex. We have cryptocurrencies, we have Forex, of course, and we have stocks, also indices. And indices would be things like the DAX, which is the German 40, the top 40 industrial companies in Germany, the US 30, the top 30 industrial companies in the USA. There's the NAS 100. Those are all examples of indices, also known as CFDs, contracts for difference. And those are very popular trading instruments because there's a lot of volatility. They move a lot and you can make a lot of money. You can also lose a lot of money if you're not good at trading them. So full disclosure. These are some of the things that are being trialed with RoboForex. ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, soft commodities, things like coffee, cocoa, sugar, corn, etc. Energy, oil, natural gas, heating oil, ethanol. That's been for a whole number of reasons, not the least of which is the Ukraine war. Lot of movement in energies this year, more than normal. And last but not least, an area that I suspect actually will move into this previous column here of the standard ones is metals, because metals is such a popular instrument to trade. We're working with one of the traders right now that trades gold that is just killing it and really, really doing a great job. In fact, there are a couple of them. And so I think you'll see that move into the major column, if you will. Already touched on this a bit. There's the address of the company in Belize. These are, again, some of the awards that have been won by RoboForex. And it really is an exceptional broker. I mentioned to people before Robert Russell, my colleague from Ireland, enrolled me. And I mentioned when I talked to him, I said, I was going to sign up with this broker before I even knew about copy trading with them, because I thought so much of them that they were literally on my short list of, okay, I want to get an account with this broker because I liked what I was reading and seeing about the broker. It was really good. Now, with traders, and let me describe this in a way that I hope makes it simple for somebody that's not I'm a tech geek and I'm guilty as charged of sometimes overcomplicating stuff. Here's what this does. if you don't have to be a trader, you don't have to be, Johnny techno like I am. You can just simply get your account set up. Once it's set up, you verify it. You have to verify the email that you get. You have to verify your ID, verify your address. And once you've done that, you're ready to roll. And then, of course, fund it with, we encourage people to start small, like really small, because you can figure out if it's working well for you or not with most of the traders with as little as $100. You can see the percentages that they earn. And here's the central point. You don't have to learn how to do the trading. They do. They've already learned that. They're doing the trading on your behalf into your MT4 account. You don't even have to install MT4 unless you want to watch what the trades are. You can simply just have those trades go into your account. That's that. Ultra simple. It is about as passive as it gets. And then it's just a matter of monitoring their performance and saying, okay, do I like this trader? Do I not like this trader? Do I want to diversify and get other traders? That's something that we're all looking at now is getting a list of traders that we like. What I encourage people to do is to go to the person that invited you here and let them know what your risk tolerance is. Whoever invited you here may have good suggestions about traders that they're getting good results with. They can show you that. I specifically won't make recommendations about a specific trader on the call here because it isn't appropriate. I don't know you, and we haven't had a conversation, and it's really better to get together with the person that referred you. And if they don't know, they can go to the person that referred them, and chances are good that you'll get that information there, in a much more direct manner. That all said, I want to show you a trader that I'm very fond of, and I've purposefully blocked their name. Okay. No name on here. You can't see who they are, but you can see what they did. And if you like this, get together with hang on a minute. I've got to get my fancy pointer device here because some of this will probably be like microscopic. But here is one of the key numbers right here. If you can see that, it says daily. Now, this is not a heck of a lot of track record yet because I just started this tracking system with this particular trader on the 20th of March. But in that period of time, they earned a 14.2% return. That's averaging 2.68% per day with very low drawdown. What's that mean? What's drawdown? Drawdown is when you go into trades, almost always, unless it really goes your way, which it most of the time doesn't that quickly. Drawdown means that you have an unrealized loss. It doesn't become realized until you close the trade. So this trader had as much as 5.62% drawdown, which from my vantage point, I'm very comfortable with. I have traders that I'm comfortable with that are 4 or 5 times that number. But this trader over that period of time had that amount. Here is the amount that I put in, $452. It's now worth $512.30. Yay. In a very short period of time. And I particularly like that part of the graph right there. He had an 8% day recently, which was pretty exciting. This is a format that I think we're going to see more of among the community here because it's a standard format. It's a tool called MyFXBook. And MyFXBook is widely considered one of the better tracking mechanisms that people can use, because when you see these 2 green check boxes up at the top here, this means that the owner of the account had the authority to create the MyFXBook. If you see 2 green check boxes, if you only see one and you see red X, that literally is a red flag. You want to pay attention to that, because if you see 2, then whoever's account this is, in this case, this is mine. I had the authority to create this. That means it's a real account. It's with that broker. It tells you some of the basics. I on purpose redacted some of my marketing stuff up there because it's not appropriate on this call. But this is a format you'll see more of. And what our hope is that we can show traders that we're using and looking at, then get back together with the person that invited you here and say, hey, they discussed this trader on the call. Do you know which one it is? Chances are very good the person that enrolled you on this team is well aware of who it is. It's just more appropriate, we think, to do it that way. So this is kind of a new methodology that we're trying out. And this also, guys, the whole intention of this is to have something that provides real transparency, because you're looking at just one section of the data on this particular trader. There's a whole lot more than this. You can literally see the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's highly transparent. You can see literally everything that they do, and it will tell you the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It will tell you the truth. And that's a very desirable thing when evaluating traders. You want to see how are they doing? How did they do? What's their track record? All of that type of thing, and making an informed decision. And each one of you here has a different level of risk tolerance. You have to get somebody that is comfortable for you and comfortable to you. Okay. Now, on Monday, the team has a terrific event, which is called the Master Class. And this is something where you get all kinds of information about how to plug in. There will be more discussion on traders there, because it's really intended for people that are already plugged into the team. But it's a training. It's also technical support with stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of the behind the curtain, behind the scenes stuff that takes place. It's every Monday at 8 p.m. GMT. So highly recommend attending that, because it will give you a good understanding of how all of this stuff works. Also on Wednesday, same time, same channel. The link is identical for that Monday event and the Wednesday event. This is a presentation like this one where you can bring prospective clients to it and let them get a look at what's here. And then this one today is one that we do each week. There's part one, and then there's part two, which is the Q&A and the enrollment. As soon as we're done, we'll take a quick break and then get into that. And then if you are interested in going ahead, or you need more details, get together with the person that invited you here and get their link, because it's very, very straightforward to become involved. It's not difficult to do, and you can quickly become involved in this. It takes 2 days approximately to do the verification process with the broker, by the way, just to create realistic expectations. So you say, okay, I want to try this out, get me plugged in, sponsor with one of the traders that you think would be, I have, in my case, relatively high risk tolerance. I like trading gold. Let me find out about that. And I'm willing to test it out with $100. Boom. Get their link. And then, if you have any questions, you can get on the Monday call and you'll get those questions answered. It is that simple. Now what I want to get into is a little bit about the affiliate and partner program. From this whole part is completely optional. You don't have to do this. If you just simply want to enjoy the benefits of being a client, we love you. You're good to go. If, however, you do decide that you want to make a little bit of extra money, maybe you're light on capital, to put in, this is a way of augmenting that in a big way. And it's a very, very powerful method. I see a buddy of mine showed up, a farmer from Michigan. Welcome, John. That's John Arding, better known as Farmer John. There he is. Just to give you an example, I have an organization. It's not very big. I mean, I started February 6th, just for reference point on a date. So soon I'll be coming up on my 2-month anniversary. I have about 160,000 in assets under management on my team. In other words, you have 5 tiers of compensation. And the fellow that enrolled me is well down the tracks, much further along, Robert Russell. He's now having people land on level 5. But from my standpoint, what I was blown away, because I've done the networking part of business and network marketing for many years, to have such little amount of work and so forth. And I'm yesterday set a new high water mark of $69 commission on just that part of the plan that I'm about to show you. So there's the real, like, no kidding, it's working. It has, right now it's going between $43 was the low to $69 last week. Every day I'm getting that kind of a additional compensation in my account, which then I can transfer if I choose to my trading account and have it further compound, or I could withdraw it. I can do whatever I want. It's my money. You get the same result. It's your money. You can do the same thing. So it's a very exciting part of the plan. And again, it really can contribute to your overall capital in a big way. but not for everybody, for sure. I mean, somebody doesn't like doing that. There's no arm twisting going on. You do it if you choose to. Let's see, no payout limits, daily payments, no deals restrictions, no bonus restrictions. I really like this broker. I really do. I mean, I was just knocked out the other day when I did a withdrawal and I had it, no kidding, in like 30 seconds. I thought, yep, there's a lot to like here. We changed up this slide just a little bit to make it a little bit more ambiguous. I mean, clear. I kid. How does the affiliate program work? Well, the first part is the profit that you make on your own trading. Okay. That's the amount you make with, you're getting a percentage of what comes in. The traders themselves charge a percentage of the profit. And that, depending on the trader, it varies, it just varies. Common ones might charge 30%, 35% of the profit right off the top every week that comes out. But if they're getting good enough results, you net that out and you still have a decent result. There's a lot to like. There's another part of that, which is, you can also, as an affiliate, you get a piece of that. So if you refer somebody, they're charging the client, and they're only charging the client when they're getting a profit, by the way, not any other time. The trader has to generate a profit. When they generate a profit, the client has agreed to pay that. It happens automatically, actually. Each week on Saturday, today is the day that it gets computed. It pulls that out, and then the trader, depending on their plan, will split a portion of that with the affiliate that referred that client. Well, that varies also. So this we just want to do kind of in broad stroke, because I could show you one trader and then that one isn't to your liking. You get another trader, it may be completely different. But this is just the broad stroke concepts. This is the part I was just talking about right here with the 5 tiers. This is the part, number 3 here, that I was kind of dismissive of this. I won't lie. When I got in this, I was like, yeah, it's peanuts. It's not much. I was wrong. Just straight out. That was incorrect. I'm at a clip right now where I'm making $200 a week. I'm making $10,000 a year if it stays flat, and it won't, because I haven't really gotten busy to build it yet. I'm knocked out by that. I mean, I am tickled, to see that kind of cash flow coming in from the business aspect of this with not a heck of a lot of effort. What happens when we start to really unleash some of the power tools? I've got the luxury, and I'm fortunate, I've got a lot of background in network marketing and internet marketing that I can put a lot of firepower. We've got a Nigerian fellow on here that came from some of that marketing effort. Joel, Aina, welcome. He and I were speaking before the call. And then lastly, you have a loyalty program where you're paid 20% commission on a monthly basis, depending on different tiers you hit. So I'll show you that right now. Let's look at the commission calculation in a typical scenario. So you take your account of $5,000, let's say, and I'm not saying that you're always going to see this kind of a profit, but just for the purpose of example, let's say that a 23% profit is earned. That's $1,150. You then would earn $805 if you're paying that trader 30%. So you have $805 additional in your account. You start next day with $805 more. If you have a 5, or maybe this is a weekly out. This looks more like probably a weekly outcome. So there you go. Nice outcome. And that's the net amount, that 805 in this example. Here's how, if you were marketing this, let's say that you find 5 people like you, 5 directs with 5,000 each. Directs meaning you've personally enrolled them. So there's $25,000 times that 23% again. There's $5,750 in profit. Take the $5,750, multiply it times 0.3. You have, this is with one particular trader, not all of them, and they vary. But just to show you one example, that would be a $1,725 gross profit. The trader in this case, this particular case, splits that with you. You walk away with $862 in profit from being an affiliate on your directs. Not even the 5-tier part of the plan, mind you. That's in addition to this. This is just on the directs that you introduce. Here's the 5-tier part of the plan. How is this created? When the brokerage is charging, there's a thing called a spread, a bid and an ask on every time a trade is placed. There's a difference between the sell and the buy price, the bid and the ask. Okay, and that spread may not look like much, but when you're talking about a lot of trades and fairly big revenue, I have a couple of clients in the mix that have 25,000 or in one case $70,000 account. Well, he starts trading that account. That's a significant amount of money. And it's in that particular case, it's the spread of that instrument. We're trading with another trader now that is trading in the Forex market, and he actually is placing trades that are being held over the weekend. There's a thing called a swap fee. And I'm not sure if that is we're going to be compensated on that. We're about to find that out. But these are examples. Anything that the broker charges commission on or spreads, there's the possibility that they include that in this computation, meaning we get 35% on tier 1, 20% on tier 2, 15% on tier 3. My organization is just this far along right now. I haven't even touched level 4 and 5 yet. And it's earning, somewhere between $40, $43 and this last week and $69 yesterday. Happy about that. Then if overall in a month you have earned somewhere between $100 and $500, you then get a 10% bonus. And this is in the 5-tier part of the plan, meaning this part right here that I just showed you. If you've earned between in that $100 to $500, you're going to get a 10% bonus, which would be $50 if you earn, let's say, 500. Between 500 and 30,000, you earn 15%. They pay up to $4,500, and if you earn 30,000 or more, a 20% bonus. So this also is a nice little item that this is paid monthly on the first of the month every month. So if you have enough information and you're interested in taking this for a test drive, get together with the person that invited you here, get their link, and then away we go. So with that, what I'd like to do is just take a quick break, and then we'll get back for Q&A here in just a minute. That will give folks a chance to perhaps use the restroom or get a snack, and then we can get into kind of roll up our sleeves and get